Greetings, this is Scholar Saunders Singh. What's current? Well, happy Flag Day. It's a parade going on in DC. It's the president's birthday. It's no King's Day. A lot of protests and demonstrations going on around the country protesting this parade. And it rained on his parade. So sad. And salute to the Army, though. Salute to the Army, 250 years, the oldest military branch in the United States Army and Armed Forces. Um, I'm a Marine, so we're supposed to hate you. But, there have been many times where the Army has bailed out the Marines, and there have been many, many, many times where the Marines have bailed out the Army. We can talk about Korea. We can talk about Busan. I learned that during Marine Corps recruit training, how the Marines bailed out the Army during the battles of Busan. Look that up. Salute to the Marines. It's really the Army. It's not the Marines yet, Rottweiler, but salute to you, sir. RP. Your uncle just died, or he was in the Marines. What's up, Rottweiler? But yeah. So salute to the Army. Salute to the Army. A lot of my family, like most of my family, my step grandfather, my grandfather, my uncle, my um what is he? He's my second cousin's husband. So that I guess he's a second cousin. He was actually a lieutenant colonel in the army. So I think he was probably the highest ranking one in my family. Um, Rottweiler says, "Yeah, man, my uncle just passed a couple of weeks ago." Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. Wow, condolences in Minnesota. Condolences. He was a proud American and Marine. Salute to you. Salute to him. Salute to your uncle. My condolences, sincerely. I mean that wholeheartedly, sincerely. Um, Sky was asleep yesterday. I wasn't asleep. You can go back. It's on the internet. It's on the internet. I was not asleep. I promise you. I was not asleep. It looked like I was asleep because I had my head down like this. It looks like I'm sleeping. It may have glitched. It may have glitched. I don't know, but I was not asleep. I would let you know if I'm feeling woozy. I'll be like, okay, y'all, I gotta get out of here. I've done that before on many a show. I'm like, I'm not gonna disrespect you guys like that. Y'all come to my show. Y'all spend money. Y'all bring people to my show. I will give you a great show. And if I'm getting too woozy and too sleepy, I'll be knocked out. And I'm like, nope, I'm not going to continue the show. The show's over. Even if it's at the 37-minute mark or something like that, I'm getting out. So I appreciate it. I think it was a glitch. I think it was the connection because I did see across at the top of the screen. It shows um, warning, unstable connection. Please recalibrate or something like that. It's crazy, but that's what happened. I guess I got stuck and it looked like I was sleeping, and I just kept going. I just kept going because I didn't want to stop the show. So if you go, maybe if you go back and I didn't see the entire show. I didn't watch the entire show. I don't think I've ever watched the entire one of my shows. I should though. I'm probably going to do that in the future. We was telling you to wake up in the live chat. Yeah, I know. Well, yeah, that's why I will do that. If that ever happens again, if I ever sleepy, I'll be like, I'm still awake. I'm still awake. I'm still awake. I'm still awake. But we could be talking about the parade. We could be talking about the Flag Day. Happy Flag Day. We're represent the flag. We could be talking about the president's birthday. We could be talking about Israel. Defending itself against Iranian attacks via missiles over its various lands, various points of interest. Um, but we're not. We're going to talk about that bum, bully, dumb, stupid tomfoolery. We're going to talk about Kendrick Lamar trolling Drizzy in his own hometown. He played They Not Like Us to Toronto. He played that. I think he did twice. I think he had back-to-back shows on Thursday and last night. That's a wild boy. Kendrick Lamar's a wild boy. He said, "I'm gonna come to this Toronto place, take over a Chinese restaurant that was featured in the Family Matters video or something like that. King Ho something. Um, that's a bad boy. He's a problem. Kendrick Lamar. This and then they got in the various magazines and the web zines and the hip hop zines. They're saying, oh, this is like a beef between 50 Cent and Ja Rule. No, that's actual beef. This is a feud. 50 Cent and Ja Rule is over some stupid nigger, city stuff. But this is real. This is like great hip hop, feud. But the 50 Cent Ja Rule thing has violence attached to it. So I don't want to hype that up. Southern Sun 90 says, well, Rottweiler says typical Compton lame like Zach Lee. Where is Zach Lee? I haven't seen him in a long time. Maybe I'm missing the shows. I don't know. Drake should drop. Is Southern Sun 90? Drake should drop another album and pop his ish and leave the game completely. Yeah, that's all he has to do. He can do it. He's got enough money. The he's good. He's not Drake good. Drake is really good. Drake's got like 250 million, maybe 500 million, half a billion. Kendrick Lamar's probably up around 100 million, 200 million, somewhere around there. He's probably hovering around that area. Drake is working on an album. I'm sure he is. Drake is very wealthy. He is extremely wealthy. He's got deals with Nike. He's got deals with Sprite. He's got deals with that I know of. I mean, they may have ended it. I remember when he first started, when he came out 15 years ago. I don't know if the contract is still it was still active or not. But he did have a deal with Coca-Cola and Sprite. But yeah, the crowd was chanting one more time, one more time, one more time, like over and over. He played it. He played They Not Like Us. That's a troll. That's a troll. I don't care what you say. That's trolling. that's super trolling. Come to the man's own hometown, his own city, Toronto. Had people saying they not like us. They not like us. That's super trolling right there. That's all troll. All troll. Super. But yeah, but I still respect it. Some things I pick up on, the hip hop zines, they're pretty good, and then they get kind of mixed up. They put the Grand Central tour. It's the Grand National tour. Like I just pick up on those, so they'll have a misspelled word. I'm like, okay, I get it. It's misspelled. They're rushing because it was like a few hours ago, so they're trying to get content up to the site in time, for enough people to see it. But that's just a straight shot that I just want to observe. Hold on, just give me 1 second. Just give me one moment. I'm not asleep. I'm not asleep. Trust me. Hold on. Give me 1 second. I'll be right back. On TCM, man. All right, I had to do that. And let my dad know something. Pizza's here. That was funny. No. Yeah, my fat ass will be eating the pizza. I had a whole pizza when I was at the movie theater. Had popcorn, a big bowl of popcorn and trolley trolley candies. I as long as I'm below 200, I'm cool. I'm trying to get at least to 180, but I've been hovering around 190, 195, 190. You know, it's crazy. It's wild. But enough about me. Let's get to this nigger Kendrick Lamar. Oh my God, he can't lose. He's on a winning streak. He beat his own record of being on the top Billboard of hip hop and R&B singles for 22 weeks. That was They Not Like Us, and then he beat that with 23 weeks with Luther. I love both songs. He makes fire. He makes fire music. I like his style. I like the way he handles himself. I don't have a problem with Kendrick Lamar. I don't have a problem with Drake either. I like to see him go toe to toe. I like to see. It's like seeing Kareem Abdul-Jabbar and Moses Malone and or like Kyrie Irving and Draymond Green, or it's like you want to see that competition. That's what hip hop is. It's like it's one of the only form of music where you actually go on a record and you tear down somebody's character or their life or something like that. I mean, how many like country songs say, "Well, he's a cornball and he's whack and he's stupid"? Like, I mean, a blues song. Well, he ain't got nothing going on in his life. Like, you're not gonna find a gospel song. I mean, unless it's Jesus against the devil or something like that. I mean, hip hop is all about competition. All it's about being the best, being the top dog. You got the best jewels, you got the best cars, you got the best girls. That's what the whole point of hip hop is about. To best somebody. That's the whole point. So that is really what it really signifies. It's a significant point to make in hip hop. When you have two people that are extremely talented, I'm not taking away Drake's talent. You can say, okay, he doesn't write. I don't think he knows how to produce. I don't know if he knows how to twist the knobs and make beats and stuff like that. He may have had production credits here and there, but mostly it's handled by his boy 40 and others. Just Blaze, Ye, just to name a few. Say that with Kendrick Lamar. I mean, I don't know if he produces. He may have a production credit, but I don't know if he's actually on a board. On a beat machine and a piano and or a keyboard. Knocking out production. But I think it's very valuable to realize that there's so many people that are chanting, "They're not like us. They're not like us" in Toronto. So what? I mean, I think they're part of that too. They're like, I've said this before. There's like the Winky Guard and the Wizard of Oz. You killed her. You killed the Wicked Witch of the West. Hail Dorothy! You killed the Wicked Witch of the West. They're cheering her on. They're cheering her on in the movie, and it's like that's what happens in hip hop. It's like you get to cheer on whoever the winner is in whatever beef or battle, but it's really really beef. Like Biggie and Tupac was beef. That's beef. That's not a feud. That's a beef. First of all, F your wife. Like that's beef. That's not even that's not playing games. And Biggie never really came back. A lot of people say, "Oh, he came in with Who Shot Ya." Who Shot Ya came out in like 95, early 96, way before Tupac was even gunned down. Okay. Son of Son is 90 saying Drake has been more consistent and Kendrick Lamar over the year. But people offer quality over quantity. He says of quantity, but I think he meant over quantity. Drake has been extremely arrogant as well. That's why a lot of people turn on him and they emotional like the rapper Wale. Yeah, what happened with Wale? Wale was my guy. I liked when he had to still have my Nike boots doing what I gotta do. That was my cut. I like that. And then he hopped on the The Waka Flocka Flame, girl, the way you do it got me in a trance. Like that song went diamond. So I mean, like I love Waka. Waka's one of the realest rappers ever. He's not deep. He's not metaphorical and lyrical and oh snap! I just caught what he said. He said the triple entendre, and he's not that kind of rapper. But he just tells it like straight ahead, like to the point, out the gun, what it is, like straight up. A shot of whiskey, bam, boom, that's it. Neat. No chaser, nothing. Um, Rottweiler says that was 2010, gang. Yeah, I know. That's how old I am. I know that's real old. That's how old I am. Wale too cocky. He has a lot of relationship songs that was on the radio featuring Jeremiah. And yeah, he had a song with I forget his name. The dude that jumped into the crowd. What's his name? He got sued for jumping into the crowd in TV or something. You remember? What's his name? I'm about to look it up. Hold up. I'm about to look it up. He has a song with Lady Gaga. Yeah, I remember that. But I'm trying to think of it. Miguel. He had a song with, didn't he have Lotus Flower Bob? But I like Wale on Dice Pineapples. I like Wale on 600 Bins. He has some bangers. He's one of the top tier um rappers. He's definitely skilled. He just doesn't. He doesn't have that. I don't know. It's a weird thing. Yeah, Ambitions. Yeah, Ambitions. Yeah, that's one of his CDs, right? Or one of his records, or whatever you call them. But back to Drake. Yes, back to Drake. Yes, we must focus on this Drake character, and we focus on Kendrick Lamar. Kendrick Lamar, this troll, this man. He doesn't have that it factor. While yeah, he doesn't have that like superstar. He's a star, but he's not a superstar. He's not like off the charts like Kendrick and Drake like levels. He's not that kind of rapper. He's like, I'm gonna just stay on my level. He's got skills. He's got a persona, but it's not like take you over to the next level. Fully. I can think if I had to think of a NBA player, he's either Chris Paul or James Harden. I think they're both ringless. They have charisma. They have skills. They have, Chris Paul's got one of the best handles ever. Same thing with Harden. They have great handle, but they can't get the job done. They can't get on the team. Right? Okay. Kendrick will disappear after the tour and pop back up in 2031. Yeah, that's funny. I think that's true though. Who? Wale? Yeah, I'm saying Rottweiler. I'm saying yeah. I'm saying Wale's like Chris Paul or James Harden. He just can't get that. He can't get the rhythm right. He can't get to like they'll get to the playoffs and then they'll fall off. He'll have their numbers will go down. Like it's like, and they've been in the game for like 10, 15 years or something like that. Has it been? I don't know. You don't have to agree with me to agree with me. That's how I see it. Drake is starving his label. Facts. But they did him dirty. They paid to push Not Like Us. Facts. This is true. This is reality. He's suing them. That's a fact. He This is what's so goofy about all of this. They're on the same goddamn label. Drake and Kendrick Lamar are on the same label. It's not like they're feuding. It's like, oh, Bad Boy versus what's it? A Death Row. Bad Boy versus Death Row. That's all. You'll be in the video, all the records. And come on over to Death Row. Like It's totally different era. It's a totally different era because you're under the same umbrella. UMG, Universal Music Group, has both. I can't remember it right now, but Kendrick Lamar's label and OVO Sound. I think, if I'm not mistaken, I'm pretty sure they have OVO Sound. I was more of a I was more of a Kendrick fan, but he got too popular for me. Same with Drake. That's how a lot of fans feel, and I've actually, to be honest, I felt that way too about a lot. Like, I'm like, man, they can have him, you know. Yeah, he was cool when nobody knew about it. Like, I felt that way about Tyler. When Tyler the Creator, when nobody knew what Our Future was, and Lord Squad and all that stuff, I was like, yeah, this is cool. This is awesome. This is tight. Then he blew up and he got back-to-back Grammys and for Igor and Call Me If You're Lost. I was like, man, it's a human nature thing. I need it, like, it's emotional. Intellectually, I'm like, that's great, excellent, that's successful. He's trying to do something in his life. He's trying to advance himself. But my emotions, which I don't put over my thought, I say, like, man, why he gotta be all popular now? Why he left us in the dirt? Like, we was cool. He just went to different venues and stuff like that, House of Blues and stuff like that. Like, why are you being all Grammyed out and flashy and fancy? You got these Wes Anderson videos going on. Like, I was mad. I'm telling you, I was mad. But my intellectual self calmed that down and said, like, look, he's being successful. He's advancing. He's being creative. He's doing better than he was. He's getting more money. Come on, calm down. Calm that down. All right, let's see. So, Rottweiler says, for real. And then he says, Drake says, Son to Son 90 says, Drake make most of his music for the moment. His music pop come, it gets cold fast. I have to disagree with you on some levels, and some levels I do agree with you. I like there's certain records like Lord Knows, like, that just bangs with me, And he has a lot of features. He has a lot of people that feature with him, but a lot of his songs, still stand the test of time. Like Thank Me Later, you can bang that. You can bang Thank Me Later. You can bang Take Care. Take Care, I think, is his greatest effort. It's his greatest effort. Lord Squad, Our Future Wolfgang, Kill Them All, of course. Yeah. Then Tyler came out on the cloud. Yeah. He said he was kissing white boys since 2004. Hey, honey. Honey. Kendrick has a good catalog. Got no women. GNX, not my cup of tea. Okay. I like GNX. GNX was kind of, it's just very lean, very kind of cool, very low key. He was trying to, like, remind people of the car, kind of like, it's a low key car. It goes fast, but it's not like flashy. It's just like it looks like a car like your uncle would have or something like that, or a young, 19 or 20-year-old would have or something like that. But do you get the same feeling that you got when you first heard it? Are you talking to? Are you talking about me? To me? Oh, what GNX stands for? GNX stands for Grand National Touring, but I think it's like the X is for like cross country like thing. That's what GNX stands for, from my understanding. Grand National, and the X just stands for like touring, but they don't put the T in it. It's an X. I don't know. I'll be honest. I did see Tyler the Creator having a longevity. Yeah. When I first heard him, I was like, "This is you can't do this. You can't do this." I was like, "This is like Eminem level on another, stratosphere. This is crazy. You can't do this." And a black man, oh my God, he really can't do this, and he did it. Like, I was amazed. I was like really glad for him. I clapped for him. Let's hear it for him. I cheered for him. I was like, "Woo, go Tyler, go Tyler!" I went to his concert in Boston. Straight white people. And they joked about that. They said, look, it wasn't me, but they looked into the crowd. They're like, oh, look, we see a black person. That's one of our black fans. Because like most people who were messing with them weren't black. It was mainly a white audience. Charles, salute to Charles. Salute to you, sir. Yo, I just left the Mets game and I'm in the sevens train, so I'm going to lose service. But I came to hit the like button. Thank you, sir. Thank you. Happy Saturday. Drake over Kendrick if we're talking regular rotation. Goblin. You want to talk about Goblin? No, talk about Bastard. Talk about Bastard. Bastard, then Goblin. Then I can't remember. What was it? Was it Wolf? Was it Bastard, Goblin, Wolf, Cherry Bomb, Flower Boy, Igor? Call me if if you get lost. I think that's the way. If you correct me right, I'm just doing off the top of my head. I didn't even go onto the internets or nothing like that. I just got off the top of my head. Kendrick is the better lyricist. Are you saying writing? Are you saying if you say writing, yeah. Drake doesn't write like that. Drake raps. He's a great rapper. He can rap, but he's not writing. I'm on a loud subway, no headphone. Charles, I see you. Son of Sun 90 says, "Isn't it funny how J. Cole destroyed his career?" I know. See, J. Cole, and why I like J. Cole was like, let me see. He's like, who is the guy that thanked his mom for the MVP? I could see him. He's dark skinned. He's got the goat. He's got the goatee. He's got the goatee that sticks out. I'm trying to think of him before I look him up. God damn, I can't. You guys help me out. Who is the NBA player that KD? It's got Kendrick. KD. What is it? Kevin Durant. Thank you. He's like Kevin Durant. I think he has a chip. You know, because that's like J. Cole has success. He has good. He's made it. He's made it beyond measure. But I think he has at least one chip. But I definitely know he has at least one MVP. Because I remember him talking about his thanking his mom and everything like that. Drake is an engineered rap act. Kendrick is more authentic. Drake still got bangers for days. Yeah, I agree with that, Charles. Drake is engineered. Yeah. He's and Kendrick is more authentic. It's kind of like I used to use stupid metaphors. I don't know, I'm stupid like that. I use little similes and stuff like that. But it's like Drake is kind of like like a Drake is like a brand new Maybach, Benz, like just awesome, just great, just wonderful. You sit back, you lay back, it's comfy, everything is the air, you got the wine, you got the champagne in the back, everything is good, you're comfy and cool, great. But Kendrick is like a souped up like GNX. Like if I'm going to use his car, he's like a souped up GNX and like really worked on. You had to, you had to build it up. You had to make sure everything was calibrated and make sure everything was, the tires were rotated properly and everything. That's the kind of rapper he is. Like you have to build him up from the ground up. You have to retool him and then use him as a performance car. Drake is in the back, sipping margaritas or something. He's sipping margaritas. Rottweiler says they're both from our 0809 class of rap artists, so I hate how all these new rap fans pin the two goats against each other. Yeah, around that era. When did Okay, so far gone is an EP. Thank me later is the LP. But Kendrick had Section 80 in 2009. Was it? What was it? Correct me if correct my dumbass. I'm not sure. Correct me if I'm wrong. Was it '09 that Section 80 came out? I'm not doing any Googling yet. You guys can Google if you want. I'm just giving myself some time, so my dumbass can understand when Section 80 came out. Because everybody says, oh, good kid, Mad City, good kid, Mad City. They forget about Section 80. Goats from their generation, maybe. Tupac is the goat, no debate. Tupac is, to me, is like Bill Russell. Tupac is Bill Russell. He has more championships. He has more accolades. He was a player coach and won as a coach and a player. Like nobody can they retired his number. Some say he could be better than Jordan. Is he better than Jordan? Jordan only has 6 championships. And Bill Russell has 11. So who's the GOAT there? That's how I look at it. So I think Tupac is like the Bill Russell of it. That's how I see it. And then you can have like I love what the NBA does. NBA has 50, NBA has 75, and they have the GOATs. They're like you greatest of all times. Like I mean, that's not dramatically correct, but there are multiple great ones. There are multiple. I can go down the list, but everybody knows who they are. But there are multiple GOATs. That's why I think the game is so great for. And if I keep that basketball metaphor going, that's how I see it. Tupac is Bill Russell, because especially I mean he was larger than the game. Bill Russell was larger than the game because he was part of that era where it was like his own teammates didn't like him, the other team didn't like him, the fans didn't like him, all because of the color of his skin. And that was a hurdle to jump over. Tupac was the Drake of the 90s. What did Tupac? I think Tupac wrote all his stuff out like longhand. Like not there were no phones. I don't think they could type into no Blackberries. I remember the infamous Drizzy Blackberry debate. Him reading off of his phone on Funk Flex. And anybody remember that? But yeah, so Tupac was the Drake of the 90s. Oh my god. I don't know. Tupac was give me a little bit more, Rottweiler. You gave a blanket statement. Tupac was the Drake of the 90s. So how do you qualify that? How do you qualify that statement? Actor, rapper, okay. I'm surprised Drake hasn't been into like Kevin Hart and Rock movies, Dwayne Johnson movies. I'm surprised. He's got acting chops. He's got comedic timing. He's got all that. It's a weird thing because most rappers come to the game and they're like, "No, I'm gonna be an actor." Queen Latifah, Ice-T, Will Smith, LL Cool J, just to name a few. Both had to relocate to get their music popping. Be more to Cali. Okay, you're making sense. You're making sense, right? Well, I'm not knocking you. Be more to Cali. Canada to Houston, the South. Yeah, okay. That makes sense. Okay. But what about their pen? Their pen is crazy. Tupac's pen was insane. Nobody was saying the blacker the berry, the sweeter the juice, the way he was saying it. And then I get around, and how do you want it? And Brenda's got a baby. Nobody, I correct me if I'm wrong, correct my dumb ass, but nobody was doing that, switching back and forth like Marvin Gaye. What's going on? Let's get it on. Sexual healing, ecology. What? Like, what kind of range is that? What? How are you able to do that? What? Holla if you hear me. Make me want to holla. Like, come on. Radio hits. Yep. I see your point, Rottweiler. I see you. Salute. I see your point. I know what you're saying. So, it's a strange kind of weird imbalance because it's like who is anybody else dropping like that? Who's dropping? They're still getting play. They're still getting play. Both of them, Drake and Kendrick, excuse me, and Kendrick Lamar. They're still getting play, no matter what. Here it goes. Charles says, "Don't compare Drake to Tupac. Tupac was a conscious Black Panther type. Drake is a child actor turned rapper. Orlando Brown could have been Drake if he wasn't crazy." Let me read that better because that was funny. Don't compare Drake to Tupac. Tupac was a conscious Black Panther type. Drake is a child actor turned rapper. Orlando Brown could have been Drake if he wasn't crazy. Good point, Charles. But I understand what Rob Waller is saying. He has the points that he made with the Be More to Cali and the Canada to Houston and the South. Yeah, that makes sense. That makes sense. I don't know. I can't compare pins though. I cannot compare their pins. Tupac's pin was crazy. It was totally different. It's a totally different pin. Kendrick is close to it. J. Cole is close to it. But they're not on the same level. They're not on the same level. Pac was a backup dancer for a goofy group. Good point. Good point, Rob. I didn't think about that. Now I want to clown around with the underground. And then he was dancing. Yeah, that's good shot, Rottweiler. That was a good point. The underground. I still listen to the Humpty song every few weeks. I love that song. It's so great. Yeah, I called you fat. I'm skinny. What? Drake only started repping Houston because the Prince family brought him to Birdman. Wow, I didn't realize that. I never knew that. If what you say is true, then that carries heavy weight. And what is when I looked on Wikipedia, the ultimate source for credibility, um, I found that he was on Priority. He was of course on Cash Money, but then I didn't see anything. Then I just saw OVO sound. I didn't see Rap a Lot. I didn't see it. I could have missed it. Please correct my dumb ass if I'm wrong. That's gangsta. But yeah, so if if Drake were the 90 like the 90s too, I don't see it. I understand what you're saying though. What you said makes sense. Actor, rapper. Tupac would have probably made it. He would have probably been at least nominated, if not won, an Academy Award. I can see that. I can definitely see that. Tupac was not a goofy in Digital Underground. Watch the movie Nothing But Trouble. You'll see Tupac with the band, and he raps on the song for the movie. That's why Shock G is on I Get Around. Yeah, because they teamed up again. That was a beautiful thing. That was wonderful. When I count around, when I'm with the underground, that's a terrible movie though. I remember watching. I'm like, this is not a good movie. This is trash. Like it was a terrible. It was an ugly movie. It was very ugly choreography. Not or choreography, cinematography. The writing was. I mean, I didn't when I was watching. I didn't know that movies were being written. I just thought that people just got in front of a camera and started acting. But the writing was ugly and it's a terrible movie. It's awful. Um, Nothing But Trouble. Oh my god, that was a horrible movie. um, But yeah, so but Tupac was like off the jump. It wasn't like, oh well, now he's conscious. Oh, okay. No, he was conscious at the very beginning. Brenda's Got a Baby was one of his first singles and his first videos. Then of course, Keep Your Head Up. Then he got the other songs that's turn around, keeping your head up, and the um, is there a heaven for a gangster, and all kinds of different things like that. I'm about to lose cell phone signal. Salute, Skylar. Have a good weekend. You too, sir. Say hi to your father. If he's not around, call him. Yes. When you get your power back on your phone, make sure you call your dad or visit him on for tomorrow. Okay. Thank you, sir. Thank you, Charles. I still, if I figure it out, I want to make sure I can get you your account back. I don't know how to get it back. I tried it and failed multiple times. So, but thank you for coming in. I appreciate it. But let's see. So, Kendrick Lamar performing in Toronto. They Not Like Us. The crowd screaming for an encore. Oh my God, the Wicked Witch is dead. Like, they totally flipped on him. Like the Winky Guard, they're down. They're like, oh yo, and they're like, everything's good for the Wicked Witch of the West. And then when she died, I'm melting. And like, oh, Dorothy, you killed her. Hail to Dorothy, hail to Dorothy. Like, they said, hail to Drake, hail to Drake. I mean, hail to Kendrick Lamar, hail to Kendrick Lamar. The Wicked Witch is dead. Like, this is a super blow to Drake's career. He's gonna have to claw his way out, like claw his way out. The way the way he has the juice, just the juice, that aura, that swag we used to call in the 2000 teens, that drip, that Riz they call, he has lost an ounce of that. He has a few ounces of that. It was a lame vacation crowd. Okay, okay, out of town. Okay, okay. I can't confirm nor deny it. Some summertime vacation. Okay, out of towners in Toronto, Canada. Okay, okay. I see what you're saying, Rottweiler, but I'm just saying, regardless of even if they are vacationers and summertime travelers, even if I still think that Kendrick Lamar is steady winning. He's not losing much. He's been losing. He's been winning on the charts. He's been winning in Grammy. He just won a BT award a few days ago. Like, the hell? Kendrick is losing, but he won't say ish to Trump. Rottweiler, what do you mean? Now you threw me for a Lulu. I love that line that Gen Z says. Delulu. That's a funny line. Funny word. Delulu. He's totally Delulu. Kendrick is losing, but he won't say ish to Trump. He's losing, but bet. That's my fault. Excuse me. That's my terrible reading skills. Bet he won't say ish to Trump. Has Drizzy said anything to Trump? I don't know if Drizzy would say anything to Trump. I don't think Drizzy would say anything to the Prime Minister of Canada. I doubt it. I know he's from Canada. That's what I just said. I don't think he would even say anything to the Prime Minister of Canada. It's not Trudeau anymore. Didn't he step down and their new Prime Minister of Canada? I'm not even sure. Betty won't say ish to Trump. What would he have to say to Trump? Kendrick Lamar, what would Kendrick Lamar have to say to Trump? Rottweiler. What would he have to say to him? I don't know what you mean exactly. Betty won't say ish to Trump. You saying like on a record? You know, critiquing his policies. Is that what you're saying? Anyway, let me do my advertisement. I haven't done advertisements in a long time. If you are even interested in any products featuring CMOS, go to lifestrongapparel.com. LIFESTRONGAPPAREL.com. There you will find raw CMOS, purple CMOS, CMOS gel, and even snapbacks. Go to there and put in SKYLER20 or Skylar20 for a promo code once you make all your purchases at the checkout. And make sure you tell Mr. Peng, the silly guy, Sky Saunders, sent you. Also, YouTube, Beha Jackson. Go to Beha Jackson's page. He's a former child actor. He's now engaged in sardines on the grill, fried chicken, near beer, and female strippers, adult strippers, of course. And if you like his channel, make sure you subscribe and tell him that the silly guy Sky Saunders sent you. Also, if you want to go on YouTube, go to dot focus, DOTFOCUS underscore dot focus on YouTube. He's got first person shooter games from Call of Duty. He's an assassin looking for the pink mist. Definitely check out his YouTube page and tell him that the silly guy Sky Saunders sent you. Okay, how to get that out of the way. Yes, Drake's from Canada, Rottweiler. Yes, he is. He is from Canada. So what are you saying, sir? I don't know what you're saying. What are we talking about? Where are we going? Who's in here? I see one person in here. It's slow. I know it's probably like 17 people in here, but all I see is one person. So I think what needs to happen is they should have a summit again with Louis Farrakhan. Oh, you can't be serious. You can't be serious. Free Palestine from what? Free Palestine from what? From their own authoritarian, theocratic, regimes. Free Palestine. Then he laughs. What are you laughing at? You laughing at my silly ass? I don't know what you're doing. But definitely protect Israel. That should be the slogan. Promote and protect Israel in their fight against, otherwise primitive savages that surround them, the Israelis. But that's for another time. I'm trying not to talk about, geopolitical issues. Trying not to. I'm trying to stick on this nigger dumb rap ish. If you guys don't mind. If you don't mind, that'd be helpful. It's I think it's all good for hip hop. Again, it's like breathes life into it. It's on rap music, I should say, not hip hop. Hip hop music, not the culture. It should have been the genre that it is. The hip hop genre, the rap genre. It's got life in it. because of Drake and Kendrick Lamar. I mean, that was a big year. That was a big year coming after 50. 50 could have been like, well, that's it. 50 years, we're good. It's over. No, they said, shoot, we're gonna have a monumental feud. A monumental feud. This is to go down in ages. First single, they not like us, to go number one as a rap feud. Nobody's ever done that. Still going, exactly, still going. And I can't name. I don't listen to hip hop radio or rap radio. I can't name too many people that are. I mean, I just can't. You guys probably can, but I can't think of more than one person that is really putting in work the way that Kendrick Lamar and Drake are doing. Still going, exactly. Family Matters went brazy. See, that's funny too. Can we talk about that for a second? Can we have a side conversation about the brazy, the bees and stuff like that? You have to put a B in front of everything. You have to put a B in front of everybody's name, like around the border. Like, I mean, like, you can't. Like, everything is no C's, just B's. Like, okay. Briss Brown, like, he's supposed to be blood, but he can't be Chris anymore. He's got to be Briss Brown. Like, no BAP. Supposed to be no cap, no BAP. That's funny. Holly sent me a message. She was saying she missed these weekend um, episodes, weekend shows, because I think she has to do some work or something. She's busy with something serious. But she missed coming in here and and just enjoying the nonsense that I spew that I get from this rap culture, rap genre. Excuse me, it's not a culture. But it's weird. It's I tried to listen to I tried to listen to the Breakfast Slot, the Breakfast Club, whatever you want to call it. Um, and, they I have to give them credit. They had at least a billion streams for their show. At least a billion people streamed their show in the last, I don't know. I don't know how many years or how many months or weeks it was that they accrued a billion streams. That's good for them because they're in like 19th place, I think, in New York radio. That's pretty scary, but that's the reality. That's the truth. But yeah, I just can't name rappers. Okay, what's his name? That was with Kendrick Lamar. He had a great album last year. Blue Lips. What's his name? Schoolboy Q. He's one of the real rappers. Um, who's another real rapper? God, I have to search. I can't even. All I'm thinking about is Kendrick Lamar and Drake. I can't think of anybody else who is rapping. Somebody's rapping out there. Um, who dropped last year or this year? Oh, duh, the Clips, my people. But I'm thinking about just single rap acts. But the Clips, of course, they were single rap acts. Pusha T and No Malice or Malice. He was Malice. Then he said he was No Malice, and then I think he said he's back to Malice. I don't quote me on that, but yeah. Gizwop, never heard. I'm be honest, I never heard of Gizwop. Bloodhound Q50. Are you just making up words? Are you just putting together letters? Scrooly G. Are you? Nah, I think you're just picking up. You're trolling. You're trolling, Rat Wallen. Let me see if this is Scrooly G. If this is no Scrooly G, I'm gonna call you a troll. Scrooly. Okay, Scrooly G. Okay, he's 24. God, 2000. God, and he has a hit single. Indiana rapper arrested for allegedly stealing gun. Oh my God. Schoolie G, Bloodhound Lil Jeff, Bloodhound Q50. Long live my brother. He probably killed your brother. Wow. Is that's an album? Mike and Pippin. I'm awake. I'm just looking down. Y'all can hear my voice. So. Oh my god, this is crazy. Long live my brother. He probably killed your brother, and kilt, Kilt, like almost like a kilt like you wear. Your brother. Wow. Jesus. Bloodhound Q50. Long live my brother. Oh my god. And Wayne, of course, but he's not new. I'm talking about new people. Thank you for telling me about new people. That oldest is out. Okay. Yeah, this is the new class. Thank you for the new class. Because I was about to say, uh Lil Wayne. And I liked his album. Nobody liked his album. His album went number one, but it may not be there for too long. Because people, I think critics were kind of lukewarm on it. I liked it. I liked the sound. I could be an old head, rocking back and forth in my chair. Yeah, that's some good tunes that you play. That's great. That's wonderful. Good job, Mr. Carter. I co-signed that. Um, yeah, I gotta listen to their music. Bloodhound Q50, release date April 2nd, 2025. Bloodhound Q50. That's a long name. Drake. Well, Kendrick Lamar is kind of long too, but Bloodhound 50. Bloodhound Q50, excuse me. RP Bloodhound Lil Jeff. That's his brother he's apparently talking about on his album. Or what's it called? Long live my brother. He probably killed your brother. This and then the feuds, the beefs, excuse me, not feuds, but the beefs in the streets. People getting gunned down, smoked, getting shots rang into their body. It's not fun, but you know what? It is fun when it's rap music and it's off about the idea of creating, not destroying. When you're making something, when you're doing something that's positive, even if you're saying things that are negative, it's a positive react. It's a positive response. It's the evolution of hip hop rap. I say rap more so than hip hop, Rottweiler. Just to be clear, because hip hop started in maybe the 1940s with bebop. It was called bebop, but it was mainly the attitudes were of hip hop. Clout is a hell of a drug. Wow, where did that come from? What they do for the fame? Where is this coming from? Who's talking about fame and clout? So I will check out. Let me make sure it's on there. All right. So I'll listen to Mike and Pippin, Heard of You, Three Headed Savage, 1017, and time just flies. These are kids born in 2004. What? You're 20 years. What? You're 21. That's what? 2004. I was in high school. This is 21-year-old. This is a full-grown adult walking around. In 2025. They were born in 2004. That was at the height of the Iraq War. 2004 to 2007. That was one of the hot spots for the Iraq War. It's crazy. It was roadside bombs and IEDs, and it was crazy. And they were born into that. People say, you know what? Times is hard. Times is crazy. There's war going on. There's terrorism. There's everything. But I'm going to still have kids. Like, that's the thing with humanity. We still go on. We still create. We still make. We still build. And that's what's beautiful. I'd like to thank you for holding me down. Everybody that came in here, thank you for just showing up and going into the live chat. It's fun when you have the live chat because you can bounce off ideas and stuff like that. So I do appreciate that. So keep doing that. Keep hating on me, not on each other. Hate on my dumbass. Not don't go into the room and hate on one another. Hate on me. Say I'm sleepy or something. Salute to you. Yes, W Research Show. Yes, exactly. But this is prime time, 8 o'clock Eastern time. Thank you very much. Take care.